guess we can go ahead and get started. So welcome to the Velero community meeting for May 28th, 2024. The main general update is that we're preparing for 1.14 release. The branch was cut last week. I don't know off the top of my head whether the RC.1 is officially out or not. I expect it is, but I don't off the top of my head. Does anyone else know for sure whether the RC.1 has been tag has been cut?
I'll go look.
Yeah, I know their team was preparing for it, and the branch is there. I just don't remember off the top of my head whether we actually have that tag.
I see RC1 in the GitHub.
Yeah,
images, so.
Yeah, okay,
there.
got it. So yeah, the RC1 is out then.
For all the repos, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, obviously, if anyone's able to test that, that'd be great. I know on the Red Hat side, we're actually pulling that into ODP, preparing to start testing with that this week. Individual status, I've updated the backup performance design PR. Some additional comments came in last week. I have responded to those, and there will be some minor updates as a result. Any ongoing concerns, feel free to take it to the PR. Anyone who hasn't read through that yet and wants to get a chance to read through it, provide some additional feedback, that'd be great. Other than that, I've been, kind of more working on kind of getting the Velero 1.14 code base into our repos for OADP. Shubham?
Yeah, last week I've been working on PR reviews for 1.14 and testing of features that I worked on for 1.14. That's it, I guess.
Okay. Anybody else have any status updates? And were there any discussion topics for today? Yeah, I guess that must be it then. Last chance if anyone wants to bring anything up. Otherwise, take it to Slack and next week's meeting at the other time zone.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, sure. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.